A young girl named Lily walked alone on a dark, silent road. The sky was cloudy, hiding the moon, making everything even darker. She was lost in a city she didn't know, a city that didn't feel right. The buildings were tall and old, with windows that looked like eyes watching her. The streetlights flickered, casting long, creepy shadows. The air was cold, and the wind whispered strange sounds, making her shiver. She hugged her arms, trying to stay warm, but the cold seemed to seep into her bones. As she walked, she felt like someone was following her. She looked back, but no one was there. The road stretched on, with no end in sight. Her heart beat faster and fear started to creep in. She wanted to find a way out, but every turn led to more empty streets. She stumbled over a crack in the sidewalk and almost fell. Her breath came in quick gasps and tears welled up in her eyes. She didn't know where to go, and she felt so alone. She wiped her tears and kept walking, hoping to find someone, anyone, who could help her. Then, she heard footsteps behind her. They were slow and heavy, like someone was dragging their feet. Her heart pounded in her chest. She didn't dare look back. The footsteps got closer, and she felt a hand brush her shoulder. She screamed and ran, her feet pounding on the pavement. She didn't know where she was running to, but she didn't care. She just wanted to get away from whatever was behind her. Her legs burned and her lungs ached, but she didn't stop. She turned a corner and ran into an alley, hoping to find a place to hide. The alley was narrow and dark, with tall walls on both sides. She pressed herself against the wall, trying to catch her breath. The footsteps were gone, but the fear was still there, sitting heavy in her chest. She closed her eyes and tried to calm down, but the city felt alive, like it was watching her. Suddenly, a voice came from the darkness. "Are you lost?" it asked, soft and low. Lily opened her eyes and saw a boy standing at the other end of the alley. He was about her age, with messy hair and dark eyes. He looked strange, like he didn't belong in this place. Lily didn't know if she should trust him, but she had no other choice. "Yes," she said, her voice shaking. "I don't know where I am." The boy took a step closer. "This city is not like others," he said. "It's full of secrets, and not all of them are good." Lily felt a chill run down her spine. "Who are you?" she asked, her voice barely above a whisper. The boy didn't answer right away. He looked at her with eyes that seemed to see right through her. "My name is not important," he said finally, "but I can help you if you let me." Lily wasn't sure what to do. The boy seemed kind, but there was something off about him. She looked around, but there was no other way out. She took a deep breath and nodded. "Please, help me," she said. The boy nodded and turned, walking deeper into the alley. Lily hesitated for a moment, then followed him. The alley twisted and turned, leading them away from the main road. The walls seemed to close in on them, making the air feel heavy and thick. After what felt like hours, they came to a door. The boy stopped and looked at her. "Beyond this door is the heart of the city," he said. "But it's not a place for the faint of heart. Are you sure you want to go on?" Lily's heart raced. She didn't know what was behind that door, but she knew she couldn't stay in this city alone. She nodded, though her hands trembled. The boy looked at her for a long moment, then opened the door. The room beyond was dark, with only a single light in the center. It flickered, casting eerie shadows on the walls. The air was cold, and the silence was heavy. Lily stepped inside, her footsteps echoing in the empty space. The boy followed her in, closing the door behind them. "This is where the city's secrets are kept," he said, "but they come with a price." Lily felt a knot of fear in her stomach. "What kind of price?" she asked, her voice trembling. The boy looked at her with sad eyes. "The city feeds on fear," he said. "The more you're afraid, the stronger it becomes. But if you face your fears, you can escape." Lily didn't understand. How could a city feed on fear? It didn't make sense. But the boy seemed serious, and there was something in his voice that made her believe him. She looked around the room, trying to see what was hidden in the shadows. Her heart pounded in her chest, and she felt like she was being watched. She wanted to run, to get away from this place, but she knew there was no turning back. "Where do we go now?" she asked, trying to keep her voice steady. The boy pointed to a staircase at the far end of the room. "Up there," he said, "but be careful. The city will try to stop you." Lily's legs felt weak, but she forced herself to move. She took a step towards the stairs, then another. The shadows seemed to reach out to her, trying to pull her back. She swallowed her fear and kept going, one step at a time. The boy followed her, staying close behind. "Don't look back," he warned. "If you do, you'll never leave." Lily didn't understand what he meant, but she nodded. She kept her eyes on the stairs, focusing on each step. The air grew colder the higher they went, and the darkness seemed to press in on them. When they reached the top, they found themselves in a long hallway. The walls were lined with mirrors, reflecting their images over and over again. Lily felt dizzy, like the hallway was spinning. She tried to look straight ahead, but the mirrors made it hard to focus. "Why are there so many mirrors?" she asked, her voice shaking. The boy didn't answer right away. He looked at his reflection, then at her. "The city shows you what you fear most," he said. "These mirrors, they're not just glass. They show you the truth." Lily's stomach twisted with anxiety. She didn't want to see what the mirrors would show her, but she couldn't avoid them. She looked into one of the mirrors and saw her own reflection, but it was different. Her eyes were filled with tears, and she looked so lost, so afraid. She tore her eyes away, but the image stayed with her. She felt the tears welling up again, but she blinked them away. She had to stay strong, or the city would win. The boy touched her arm gently. "It's okay to be afraid," he said softly, "but don't let it control you." Lily nodded, but the fear was still there, gnawing at her insides. She kept walking, avoiding the mirrors as best she could. The hallway seemed endless, stretching on and on with no end in sight. Finally, they reached another door. The boy hesitated before opening it. "This is the last room," he said. "After this, you'll be free." Lily's heart leaped with hope. "Really? We're almost out." The boy nodded, but there was a sadness in his eyes. "But remember, the city doesn't let go easily. It will try one last time to make you stay." Lily didn't understand what he meant, but she nodded. The boy pushed open the door, and they stepped inside. The room was huge, with walls that stretched up into the darkness. In the center of the room was a single figure, a girl who looked just like Lily. She was sitting on the floor, her head in her hands, crying softly. Lily froze. It was like looking into a mirror, but this was no reflection. This was something else, something real. She took a step forward, but the boy grabbed her arm. "Don't," he said, his voice urgent. "That's not you. It's what the city wants you to see." Lily didn't know what to believe. The girl looked so real, so sad. Her heart ached to help her, but the boy's grip on her arm was strong. "What do I do?" she whispered, her voice trembling. The boy looked at her with sad eyes. "You have to walk past her," he said. "No matter what she says, no matter how much she cries, you have to keep going." Lily's heart pounded in her chest. She didn't know if she could do it. The girl looked so much like her, like she was in pain, like she needed help. But the boy's words echoed in her mind. The city was trying to trap her. She took a deep breath and started to walk forward. The girl looked up, her tear-streaked face full of sorrow. "Please," she said, her voice broken. "Don't leave me here." Lily's heart broke at the sound of her voice. She wanted to stop, to comfort her, but she forced herself to keep walking. Each step felt like a battle, her feet heavy with guilt. "Please," the girl begged, her voice rising in desperation. "I'm so scared. Don't leave me alone." Tears streamed down Lily's face, but she didn't stop. She walked past the girl, her heart aching with every step. The girl's cries grew louder, more frantic, but Lily didn't look back. The boy was right behind her, his hand on her shoulder, guiding her forward. "You're almost there," he whispered. "Just a little further." Lily could barely see through her tears, but she kept moving. The girl's cries faded behind her, and the darkness around them seemed to lift. She felt a warmth on her face, like sunlight breaking through the clouds. Finally, they reached the other side of the room. A door stood before them, glowing with a soft, golden light. The boy let go of her shoulder and stepped back. "This is where I leave you," he said quietly. Lily turned to him, her eyes wide with fear and sadness. "You're not coming with me." The boy shook his head. "I can't," he said. "This city is my home. I can't leave." Lily's heart ached. She didn't want to leave him behind. "But what about you? Will you be okay?" The boy smiled, but it was a sad smile. "I'll be fine," he said. "This is where I belong." Lily wanted to argue, but she knew it was no use. She nodded, her heart heavy. "Thank you," she said, her voice thick with emotion. The boy nodded, then turned and walked back into the darkness. Lily watched him go, her chest tight with sorrow. She wanted to call out to him, to tell him to come with her, but the words stuck in her throat. She turned back to the door and took a deep breath. The golden light was warm and inviting, a promise of safety and freedom. She reached out and pushed the door open. As she stepped through, the light enveloped her, washing away the darkness and fear. The city faded behind her, its shadows and secrets left behind. Lily found herself standing in a bright, sunny field. The air was warm and fresh, the sky a brilliant blue. She took a deep breath, the scent of flowers and grass filling her lungs. She was free. The city was gone, its grasp broken. But as she looked around, she realized she was alone. The boy was gone, his presence a memory. Tears welled up in her eyes, but this time they were tears of relief and sorrow. She was safe, but she had lost something, someone, in the process. Lily started to walk, her feet carrying her away from the city and its dark secrets. The warmth of the sun on her skin comforted her, but the memory of the boy lingered in her mind. She didn't know where she was going, but she knew she would be okay. She had faced her fears and come out the other side. The city was behind her, but its lessons stayed with her. As she walked, she whispered a silent thank you to the boy who had helped her, the boy who had stayed behind. She didn't know if she would ever see him again, but she knew she would never forget him. And with that thought, she walked on, the city and its shadows fading into the past, and the future stretching out before her, bright and full of promise. Thank you for reading the story. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Did you enjoy the mystery and suspense? How did you feel about the characters, especially the girl and the strange boy? Share your feelings in the comments below. Did you find the ending satisfying, or did you want more? Your feedback helps us create even better stories, so let us know what you liked and what could be improved. Reading stories like this one is a great way to improve your English. When you read, you see how words and sentences are used in real situations, which helps you understand the language better. The more you read, the more you learn new words and phrases, making your vocabulary richer. Stories also help you understand grammar naturally, without needing to study rules all the time. Plus, when a story is exciting, like this one, you stay interested and want to keep reading. This keeps your mind focused on English, which helps you learn faster. So, enjoy the story, practice your English, and let us know how you felt about it.